Namaste. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Shal Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. Last week, it was my grandson's birthday, and instead of celebrating it here with the usual party and calling people over, we decided to take a break and go to a nearby hill station, which is called Maklodganj in Dharamsala, Himachal Pradesh. We thought little Adit will be able to see nature, the forests, and learn some more of outdoor life. And the great added bonus would be that we would seek an audience with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. My association with the Dalai Lama is very old in this lifetime. It was in the summer of 1985 when I was just married. My wife and I, we found ourselves holidaying in Maklodganj, and we wanted to meet His Holiness. That is another story, how we managed it. Finally, we got an audience with him, and we were ushered into his drawing room where only he, my wife, myself, and his personal secretary were seated. We had a lovely conversation about many things, and at that point in time, my conscious spiritual journey had not begun. So although I was very devoted to God and mysticism, I didn't really know much. We cannot know much even in one lifetime, but that point, 35 years ago, I really didn't know much. And I told him that I'm very fond of the Tibetan people, I'm very fond of the concept of monkhood and all your mysticism, and I have been reading books on Tibetan mysticism by an author called Lobsang Rampa, and I'm very fond of him. And His Holiness just heard me and smiled. Later I told him, Lobsang Rampa is writing about the third eye, Your Holiness. Is there such a thing as a third eye? And he said, yes. I said, well, does it require an operation? Do you have to cut it out and bring it out or something like that? And that really got him. He started laughing a lot. He laughed for maybe 15, 20 seconds. And when he contained himself, he said, no, there is no operation needed of the type that you think for the third eye. You have been reading too much Lobsang Rampa. Lobsang Rampa is not Tibetan, he's Scottish. And we left it at that, and the meeting ended with a very nice cup of tea and sandwiches, and His Holiness gave us a great honor. And that first meeting was embellished in my heart. What a wonderful man, how vibrant and how lovely he was in treating us. Years later, I met him again after about 10, 12 years. By this time we had children and we took them along. And by this time I had also started reading Kashmir Shaivism. I had started meditating. And therefore I wanted to use that opportunity to talk to him about some of the experiences that I have had. And as I was describing to him some of the experiences I had, he was visibly happy and excited, and he translated it in Tibetan for his secretary, saying distinctly, I remember him saying, Om Pat, this boy is meditating and he has had such and such experience. And he told me, that is good, you must continue. And I told him, Your Holiness, good, yes, but it's scary. Because meditation per se is not supposed to be scary, but some of the experiences that we can have, which are totally new to us, which are experiences where we lose body consciousness, where we almost lose mind consciousness, and then we see that there is still something else which is I. But that loss of body consciousness can scare you. So I told him it is scary. And he said, scary, yes, but you must continue. And by saying this, he not only inspired me to keep on looking for the third eye via meditation, it also showed me that the great Siddha that he is, what a fantastic memory he has. He must be meeting so many people, and one more person who's talking to him about the third eye, and comes back after 10 years and describes his meditations. And he said to me, you found third eye now? You must continue. And therefore, I wish to tell you that the third eye, which is actually central to Lord Shiva, and today I like to read Kashmir Shaivism. Today I like to talk to you all about Kashmir Shaivism. And at that point, 35 years ago, I was not even vaguely conscious of the fact, it didn't strike me that the third eye is a system that Mahadev and Shakti have had always. I looked to other books to see this phenomena of the third eye. The point is that this had to come to my attention. Whatever has to come to the attention of a seeker finds its way. So if I had to come to the third eye or studying about it, trying to delve in it, it came to me first in a Tibetan book which was not even written by a Tibetan. And then I met this great Tibetan master, His Holiness, and he told me, you must continue and then you will find what the third eye is all about. So the third eye is basically our eye of intuition, and it is known in many cultures. The Egyptians knew of it. They called it the eye of Horus. And in many cultures this is known. It is not exclusive only to India or Tibet or Canada or Egypt. All human beings are endowed with the faculty of opening their intuitive eye. And as His Holiness told me, it is not about an operation of the external kind, but it is an operation which we do with ourselves by going into dhyana, into meditation, and when our body consciousness and mind consciousness dims, like the lights which we dim when we are meditating, the light of the senses is dimmed, and then the light of consciousness glows in us, and we find that the third eye is associated not just with the body or the mind, but with consciousness itself. I hope you like this personal anecdote. Join me again next Monday, and I will be back with another Shiva wisdom for you. Om Namah Shivaya.